We're back with the post-game analysis of Game 2 between HLE and SB. And Hanwha Life was able to keep their hopes up for their first win in the series. They summoned Wukong this time to get the dub. And Hanwha Life in general picked champions that they're confident with, such as Wukong, who was able to achieve a solo kill, as well as Galio. And to about level 7, Galio has lane priority over Zoe. So they were able to buy enough time. And then they were able to show the true definition of poke composition. And Cho'Gath wasn't able to fill the tanking ability and the crowd control for SB's composition. However, once solo kill occurred, the composition's strength completely fell apart. And a significant deficit occurred from the laning phase, and especially from that of the top lane, which snowballed to mid and bot lanes, and the consecutive kills scored by Hanwha Life was able to close out the game in the end. Let's see when the solo kill moment from Wukong onto Cho'Gath. So both laners have tendencies, and Iksu tried to preserve the teleport as much as possible to help out the other lanes. However, he wasn't able to capitalize on the teleport's availability. And Dudu tries to stay in the lane as long as possible, and this time it worked out for Dudu. Here you have Iksu wanted to crash the wave and then freeze it and crash the wave and reiterate that process. However, out of the game plans from both parties, Dudu's was able to prevail. And when Iksu was able to overcome the point where there's a level discrepancy, then Cho'Gath should have been in lead due to the itemization difference. However, he completely forgot when Wukong's going to hit 6, and then Wukong was able to deal full damage onto Cho'Gath and achieve the solo kill. And while the skirmish was ongoing, Wukong was able to hit level 6. And Cho'Gath has the advantage over Wukong in laning phase. However, once that solo kill occurred, that tendency completely got inverted. Also, in his voice comm, he also mentioned that he forgot about the 3 minions to get to level 6. And through the constant development of the champions, Hanwha Life was able to show a refreshing team fight in the mid lane. I think SP cared too much about Wukong, and then they disregarded Galio, where Galio was able to initiate the team fight with ease in an audacious fashion. Once again, Cho'Gath was at the very front and marked Wukong one-on-one, and rest of the SB's champs leaned heavily towards Cho'Gath's side, and as soon as that occurred, Galio was able to pinpoint the weakness in SB's position and initiated the fight. And that was the nail in the coffin for Hanwha Life onto SP. Hanwha Life was able to maximize their potentials of their team comps and was able to rebound from the initial loss and get the dub here. Let's see who's the player of the game. Game 2. And it is Dudu on his Wukong, 418. The Wukong finally has been unsealed. And he was able to capitalize the opposition's overextension in the laning phase. This is Hanwha Life's 3rd victory in terms of the games. So this time, Dudu's Wukong contributed very heavily. His laning phase was very decent.
게 두두 선수 때문이 아닐까라고도.
I believe that Dudu is the main contributor for Hanwha Life to propagate the snowball once he gets going.
좋지만 그런 자신감을 기반으로 한 인게임 플레이까지
Based on the confidence
of
Dudu,
패턴 하나 보여줬다라는
Hanwha Life was able to capitalize
하지 않을까.
on that.
여기서 또 밴을 안 하고 뭔가 한다면 어떨까도 기대가.
SP may want to think about banning out Wukong. If not, then similar results may occur.
자, 이렇게 한화생명의 첫 승이냐?
Right. Can Hanwha Life close this out in the grudge match and get their first dub in the series? Or will SP win the third game?
Thank you, Brian, as always, for the wonderful translation there of the analyst desk. Hanwha did singled out there in the votes, but I do agree with you. I mean, Dudu was basically just playing a normal lane, and Ixu was like, here, take me. And Dudu was like, okay, I guess so.
I mean, that was the point, you know? Like, I don't think that was Dudu playing good. I mean, he played good, but...
He played, like, you know, decent. You know, he just played well with what he was given, right?
Yeah. So, enemy team was eating, so... he was picking up some free kills.
Yeah.
And that was great performance hunt in the mid game. So, I would vote for Mirror, but...
Yeah, and the amount of times he roamed up to the top side to continue the snowball going. And
True.
He had multiple great plays and ganks and pushes. I mean, I do think that Mirror deserved it, but nobody agreed. Dudu picking up all of the kills, I suppose, was very flashy. But either ways, we are going into game number 3. Pick band, same band so far for SP.
Yeah, and also I feel like both teams are not great team to unleash the potential of Ezreal, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why straight up champion like Aphelios is working out for both teams. So I think SeolHaeOne right now, they should look for first pick Aphelios at this point, even though they prepared for it. Like they prepared for Ezreal counter pick. It's not working out for both teams, you know? I think if Ezreal wants to pop off their supporters, like their supports should work more, like maybe make some good engages or something, but yeah, I mean, it was not happening, you know, so Hanwha Life just realized that from game 1 and game 2. Before that, they were picking Ezreal here, but they changed it. They changed to Aphelios, and I mean, SeolHaeOne still, they picked the Volibear, which seems like OP right now in this pitch, especially.
Yeah, and TF was available, and everybody just kind of ignored it up until now. I'm kind of, confused as to why it was skipped over in the first 3 picks. But I suppose that SP are buying into the Volibear equals OP.
Oh.
And Kalista is going to come out here.
I like it. It's already like so aggressive in the mid jungle and both side as well. So I think it's all about SeolHaeOne snowballing this game from TF and Volibear. Can we see like a level 6 dive bot with Destiny with huge jump by Volibear on the bot side?
Maybe.
That would be really sick with Kalista as well, you know.
Yeah, they have
easy
so many ways,
on the bot lane
to set up dives and
if
plays.
your top laner doesn't get solo kill, maybe that should be possible. But yeah, I mean, it's not that hard, you know. And it shouldn't be normal, by the way. Like to your top laner, bro, do not get solo killed.
Yeah.
Like
pretty standard not to get solo killed, in fact.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you know, and he picked so many weird champions. And Cho'Gath is not even in this meta. And I don't think bottom tier teams should like challenge in picks, you know?
Yeah, true.
Like maybe
leave that to Carrier, you know?
Yeah.
Like
maybe in strat
Baker or something.
Yeah, in strat you can pick up some good strats, you know, like all the game strats, but with normal picks, you know, if you're bottom tier teams. Maybe that's my stereotype, but when I see Ixu, you know, that opinion from me is like getting stronger.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah. So Renekton is one of the great champion to blind pick. And I mean, it's good against Camille. It's not blind pick, you know.
Yeah, I think Ixu's played a lot of Volibear, so maybe they were like, well, it's probably going to be top. Let's just, pick up the Camille. If you get into a counter pick, then whatever. We got to save the counter pick for Lehens, as for some reason they always seem to do that, Hanwha Life.
Yeah, but also Camille blind pick is really great in this meta, so...
Yeah, it's true. We're seeing more and more of that, actually.
Yeah, because of Grasp. Maybe before, the players were not knowing how to trade in lane properly, but right now it feels like everyone is picking up that skills. And yeah, Lehens special. Here we go. Good against TF, good against Kalista, good against Leona, because you can block all their abilities. So yeah. And also you can block Volibear's stun. It should be like it, right?
Yeah. I
should
would imagine.
It because it's on hit.
Yeah, I would imagine that is the case.
So basically you can block all of their abilities from SP with Shen. And Shen player is Lehens. Legendary Shen player. So yeah, I like it. I'm not sure about the synergy between Aphelios, but I don't think they are caring about it that much. And also we saw a lot of this matchup happening, especially from Showmaker. He said this is 50-50, and I think better player is gonna win this mid matchup. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
TF versus Silas.
Will be interesting to see who's going to Destiny Gate better and who can make it more effective. And it'll be interesting too how, which boots do you take against this team. You might say Ninja Tabi, but then there's also a lot of lockdown and CC at the same time, so maybe difficult in terms of item selection for Hanwha Life, who...
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, Hanwha Life, they have all the game, they have late game as well, but for SP, there's no late game for SP. They need to snowball, they need to smash the laners. They have to do something in the early game, so because of their picks, they have to. We'll see.
We'll see if they actually can pull it off here, as we're going to jump into game number 3 of the matchup. By the way, guys, later on tonight, we do have Team Dynamics up against DRX, which will be interesting to see if Team Dynamics can actually challenge DRX, which will look like definitely top 2. I don't know if I would call them number 1 just yet. I want to see another DRX versus Damwon series. And also Gen G, they're also very consistently winning as well, so you got to include them in the mix.
Yeah, in Korean broadcast, we call them D family because they start.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
D family. Here I called it the D teams.
D teams, yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty straightforward. But in a lot of sports, we have like the A team, the B team, and going down the line, the C team and the D team. Generally, you don't have C and D too often, but it's kind of funny that even though they're the best,
true,
they all start with D and not A or S or something like that.
I agree.
S class. Couldn't make any kind of reference to that.
And yeah, I think they can. I think SP they can start after they hit the level 6 mark. Especially they're playing with TF and Volibear. And before that, I don't want to see anything happen from their bot lane or the top lane. And yeah, this is a little worries here because they didn't win a single game with Kalista and Leona and Renekton. And this is first time in Volibear jungle by Flawless.
Dudu is just abusing Ixu up in the top lane. And, the Renekton supposed to have a good lane up against the Camille.
It's counter matchup against Camille. So
yeah.
Maybe before Fast Reset or before like level 4 and 5, it should be harder because of the ability of Camille.
Oh, this timing might be really good. Secret also went very deep as he's just going to get right on top of Haru. See you later! Just smited down from the heavens. As Flawless doesn't even have to smite. He didn't even have it. He gets the kill and the buff and all of the hopes for Haru, who's going to be feeling real bad after that one.
That was huge because Flawless, he skipped all the camps. And Haru didn't, so if he couldn't get this kill, the gold deficit should be like really huge towards Volibear, but right now feels like Flawless got everything that he wanted.
Yeah.
Jungle. So
I mean, I guess they're trying to set up a gank on the Ixu.
one spear. I mean, because there's no camps, you know, because he did all the camps before.
Yeah.
So that was kind of free time for Nidalee before he does Crux on the top lane. And yeah, 2 Scuttle Crab control by Flawless. That was literally flawless
look at the
play.
thunder. Boom.
That was flawless.
Yeah, you can't really do much better than that, can you? So Flawless does work here. He gets double scuttle. He gets the enemy red buff. He rebuffed him. And he's probably going to have some nice priority on some of these objectives too. Although he is going up to the top side here as Dragon is spawning. I don't know if Haru would actually run it out with no items, but...
Yeah, but still, SP's bot lane should be stronger than the Aphelios Shen. So I think they can have good amount of pressure. Maybe because of jungle position, right now they're not trading that hard. But whenever they are on the bot side, they will win the trades and they can control the Drake. So I think it's up to SP to how they play their early game. It seems like maybe they're planning for a top dive. They're pinging next wave, so it seems like they're...
Oh, here we go. TP is coming in. Ixu is going to get that aggro, but with the TP coming in from Miru, they're just going to say, well, never mind. We'll get the flash out of Dudu, and that will be enough for us.
That was not organized at all, and yeah, that was so random, flashy play, but nothing happened, and I don't think that was great by SP at all.
Oh. He missed the range minion.
But if they can do this, then maybe that was fine, because it doesn't feel great to see levels behind Nidalee against Volibear, you know. She's gonna be useless for the rest of the game, so.
Yeah, I mean, it was the immediate response to the first pick Volibear, and then when you get invaded by the Volibear, you're not going to have a very fun time, as is the case. It's going to be playing from behind up there, and that's giving Flawless so much potential to pressure a lot of these lanes, to you know, save a little face for Ixu after game number 2, and maybe say, well, now I'm going to gank the top lane a million times and see how they like that. And here we go. TP coming in. Let's see if Miru will be able to follow this up as, okay, we finally get the lockdown. There's going to be the follow-up stun. And they weren't able to get any yellow cards down, but at least they got the 1 kill as Haru will slink away down the lane.
And Mickey, like, he's proactive, like, in every situation, and it feels like this rewind of game 1, Mir being nothing in the mid lane. He picked up Silas, and I mean, we saw how strong is Silas against TF when we watched Diamond Gaming's game. He was pushing lane, he was pressuring the lane, and also he was roaming first, but it feels like TF is just so free against this Silas, and that made a difference between their top side. So it's great start, and they should snowball from this, and everything is working out for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get a nice little leap into the mid game and a good lead from there, as Mickey also just gonna eventually pick up this relatively early round of 8s. And the top lane, he was already gonna have a little bit of trouble once Renekton got some items, but now is even hurting more, as they're just ganging up on him up in the top lane. Bottom lane, we didn't see too much action, really even in terms of the CS.
Yeah.
And okay, it's time to go the other way, as we do have the Exec Ultimatum. Here comes Volibear trying to fight back at least, but he doesn't have quite enough damage. And the turret aggro was effectively juggled by Hanwha Life, so a nice fight back kill from them.
That's the power of the Shen support. Level 6, you just look for top plays. And that was a great move by Mir, even though he lost a lot of waves on the mid lane. It doesn't matter. I already blamed him a lot for being with nothing, so I'm glad to see him being proactive. And also, yeah, just reset and insta look for the top side with Shen ultimate. Great pickup by Lee Hans also. And that was not the timing to just step up in the lane.
Yeah.
Because your TF it was getting blue buff, so they had no tap. And this time around they're trading objective, and we'll see who was what was the better trade for what team from this Herald usage. And I just wanted to see them using it mid lane, because I think that's gonna accelerate TF's mid lane pressure, you know. But we'll see. I feel like Kalista is just being a little bit like apart from their team right now.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's good, because you are especially Kalista Leona in the early game. So I think maybe for the second ultimate, they should use it for the bot lane, not top lane, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see them at least doing something, trying to be proactive and make some kind of plays, as SB is trying to do that here in the mid lane, it looks like, but right nearby is Haru waiting, putting down traps, spotting flawless. Top lane is kind of close right now. You can see that maybe if Volibear went up there and got a gank off, maybe they could just go ahead and drop down the Rift Herald from there, and that's exactly what he's going to do. But we already have the rotation coming in from Hanwha Life. Can they get here on time, as there will be the knockdown, but that is a perfect hook shot over the wall.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's 3-on-3. Shen's ultimate, he got about 10 seconds on that. Definitely going to be looking towards him to help a little bit here on this game. They're going to disable the turret, try to get on top of the Silas. They want to burst him down, as the hookshot is going to land on the Mickey, but the burst damage on Tamiru is going to be enough, but down will go the Volibear, and the Hens is able to get there just on time for the fight, as now Ixu is going to be stunned up, locked down, and taken down in the kill. But a lot of plates at least did go the way of SeolHaeOne Prince, so pretty even on the gold.
That was way too forced though. They saw a Camille escaped when TF used the Destiny. And that was the timing they should just back out, and they could just back out, because they were grouped as 3 men, right? But I think they were just kind of forced to do something on the top side, because their bot laner were just farming with Kalista Leona, right? So that was not great at all. And Hanwha Life is slowly getting the leads back right now.
Yeah, they're definitely able to fight back really nicely with that play. And Lahen's already part of 3 of his team's kills. Part of both fights that we've had so far in the game. Nothing happened down on the bottom side. And they just, you know, traded the objectives, so there's no fights over those. So really all the focus has been on the top lane for a couple of games in a row now. This is going to put more pressure onto those top laners to get stuff done. 2P here in the mid lane. Smiru, he does have the Super Soaker. He's got the GLP. We'll be looking for picks with that item.
And yeah, even though they didn't use advantage of picking Kalista Leona on the bot side, still Hybrid is strong enough to take all the fights because of Borg. So I think next Drake, if Viper gets IE, I think then there is no way HLE is gonna lose the Drake fight. But if he doesn't get the IE at this point, then I think SP can also fight back for this Drake. And it can be potential second Drake for Hanwha Life. So I think they should stop it because their top side is already done, you know, the top side situation. They got the power, so yeah, we'll see how they react to this.
Italy spotted there. Gonna throw out a spear. And there was actually a ward in the blue side jungle of SP that spotted the Volibear going top. And so Dudu had the information to just back away, not get dived again, and Haru took that time to come and put pressure down on the bottom side and try to pick up this Drake you were talking about.
Look at the vision control by Hanwha Life. That is crazy.
It's really good.
Yeah. They just want to have 100% percentage of winning because this matchup is that important.
That was a confusing ultimate. He's going to use it to get over the wall.
Yeah. And
Mickey used his to get into the Dragon Pit that they all had control of. So 0 for 2 on quality Destiny gates.
item difference is also huge on the bot lane, you know? Like, first core versus none is really huge, you know? But yeah, all the situations are just happening on the top side, and that's what the hands want. So SP is just gonna go bot for this.
Yeah, and this is the proactivity we were looking for. You know, get aggressive with your Kalista Leona. Force them out of lane, threaten dives, threaten plays. And it is going to end up just being the trade of the turrets. It's not the first one, so no bonuses to be had here, just the trade. As you can see, Mira's just trying to poke down a little bit here in the mid lane. The Silas part of this matchup, you can always threaten kind of getting in the face of the TF, whereas TF is more so just clearing waves and trying to keep them at a distance.
And yeah, for SP, that was great. The second Drake try though, so they could actually stop from Hanwha Life to get all the objectives in the map. And yeah, there is IE for Aphelios right now, so I think for now they will be looking for all the fights, and that should be also from Dudu because he's playing with Shen, and also he should get some pressure from the side lane because he will hit the strongest point of Camille, you know, when he gets Triforce.
Yeah. He's nearing that. He's very close. He's only about 900-ish gold away, I would imagine, with, you know, some of the extra gold that he's got stacked up on his push. And yeah, we're just entering the farming stage here. It is the Ocean Drake, so of course I would imagine that both teams do want to eventually fight over that. I feel like it would be very beneficial to both sides as, okay, SP, they're gonna look to be aggressive. They get the flash out of Viper, which, again, it didn't look like there was much action, but it's still a nice little win for SP.
Yep.
To just use that as Ixu is really trying to show off here on that Renekton.
They shouldn't stop. I already mentioned it from the ban picks, right? They shouldn't stop because when they reach to the late game, I don't feel safe enough when you have to play against Aphelios. So here we go.
Stun the hook shot. See, the shield does come in, so they're going to stop on the dive. And, yeah, I mean, he did have to flash in Flawless to make that play happen, but at the same time, so did Dudu. They get the stand united out of Lehens. And overall, a pretty nice little win there for SP.
Yep.
not much else going on. We're just kind of hanging out here. You know, I like that SP is being aggressive, proactive, trying to get in the face of Hanwha. And I think their comp is going to be pretty nice once we do get to some of these dragon fights too. And they can look to make picks and plays like that once they're kind of forced to take fights, as long as Hanwha doesn't just give those away. Smite here is going to be good for Haru, actually, who smites away the red. And yes, we are in the official lull state, trademarked by the LCK.
Yeah, this is like the paperwork that they have to do before the Drake, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and we call it resident sleeper.
Mm. That's one way to say it. I mean,
it's understandable, but I think for SeolHaeOne Prince, they don't want this, you know? I don't think the late game potential is that high from them. So this third Drake should be on them, because if they lose this Drake now, then the game will be a lot slower than that. So here we go. Through mid lane.
Here we go.
Mid lane prior. Finally, some extreme situation is coming up.
Okay, everybody's spotted as TF is going to go in from behind. He's going to stun up Dudu, and actually those wild cards going to get a nice amount of damage, but Soraka with Spear going to heal up the steel-tipped leg lady. That is Camille. And yeah, we're just going to posture around here. We do have TP for Dudu, so he says, well, maybe I can make my way back in with the TP, with speed, and actually he's going really deep, like behind his team, which is kind of interesting. And maybe he wanted to hide the TP from coming. That's a nice amount of poke damage already from the Aphelios, as finally here they go. The hard engage coming in, but the Camille is stunned up for so long, and the double knockup from the side of SP, but in goes Dudu trying to lock him down, and then says, well, take me with you. Actually, I would not like to live here. The Ocean Drake is going to go the way of Hanwha, but the one kill goes towards SP.
The teamfight was not organized for both teams, but 200 years just was showing how strong he is.
Yeah.
And at the end, Hanwha got the Drake, so I think they should be fine with this kind of result. Yeah, in this teamfight, they tried to focus the front lane, but they perfectly flashed out and managed to hide it. But 100 years, 200 years is just working super hard. So even though they got the Dudu from the front lane, they couldn't enter the Drake pit. So they got the Drake, and the game will be slower than before.
Yeah.
Don't get surprised, guys.
Now we have slowed down to the speed of molasses.
This is one of the important match that they have to handle with. So it's fine, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we do know after looking at some of the stats in the beginning that these teams do not win fast. And generally they lose fast because they're playing against good teams. So when they're going up against each other, that kind of lose fast part disappears and we only have the win slow. That's the equation. I hope you guys were paying attention in math class.
I mean, that's why they changed the pick order from the game 1, you know, Hanwha Live Esports. They picked up Ezreal at game 1, but they changed it. Oh, guys, Ezreal is not working out. Our team is just super bad. So just pick up Aphelios, farm for 30 minutes, and eventually we're going to win. And they know the right way.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see if it actually works out for them. Stacking up Drakes and only staying a little bit behind and scaling is something that we always say is a way to win here in the LCK, specifically. And yeah, they're just doing just that. I mean, Dudu's going to be pushing side lanes and scaling. He's eventually going to get stronger than this Renekton and be able to win the one-on-one matchup.
Yeah.
And
eventually, you know, like something like 15, level 15 or level 16 with like
yeah.
4 items, he's gonna win it. So they're not hurry at all, you know.
Yeah.
There's no point to have some fights right now. So it's right strat and right approach to have this game with this team competition. But for SP, it's not like that. If they go late game, they have short range, they have no sustain in team fight. So I think they're gonna slowly lose when it comes to long-term team fight. So they just need to force something. They have Kalista, they can burst the Nashor with Volibear and Kalista stacks.
Yeah.
So I think one time they have to make is...
Oh, only 818 gold.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we're only 23 minutes into the game and he's already stacked up 820 gold. Not bad.
Not that bad, yeah. So that's why he have advantage in items, even though he's losing lane, right? So he's rolling a dice, and he's known as Dice.
Yeah, that's Mickey, right?
Yeah.
What is he rolling in this game? Like a 3, maybe? He had a decent gank.
I
on
mean,
the top side.
it's still rolling, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's still rolling.
Still in the air.
Like Inception, you know.
Yeah.
Like
forever spinning in the air.
Yep.
Maybe it's the die is spinning on its corner on the table, just waiting to drop. And that's what we're doing. We're waiting to drop here. Now it's a battle royale. Where are we dropping? It's at the Ocean Drake, but we gotta wait for the 50-second bus to fly through the sky, and then
the good thing
gonna
is
drop us off.
Yeah, the good thing is SP has both sides of pressure, so they can still have some kind of good rotation at this point. But if they are just farming in the side lane with that kind of pressure, then it's not gonna be fine for them. Because their team comp is not for that. They have to make some fight. They have to make some random situation that is good for them. Just 5-5 straight up team fight, I don't think they have any chance right now. Because Aphelios got 2 cores, and Mir is just gonna have some pills with his abilities and also the hands. So they just need to do something like this, you know. Even though they're not getting kills, they're still getting turret or golds.
Yeah.
So it should also lead to Drake as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it should. That last one was a little bit iffy. How they were able to lose that because the discombobulated fight, and
I mean, it's so funny that this Hanwha Life is just giving it up for free, you know, because they know that they have late game income.
Yeah. No, you know, it's just the one individual Ocean Drake, and it's not gonna even put them on Ocean Soul points. So they're like, well, I mean.
So are we waiting for next Drake as well?
Yeah, well,
so
could be 2. Okay, like let's not get your hopes up too far, Wadid. You know, we might have one Drake and then the next Drake. We did see an assistance ping on the Baron by SP.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually one of the great opportunity that they can make themselves, because it's Kalista, you know. We saw a lot of Kalista doing Nashor randomly and just finishes it at 2k. Have no chance for enemy team, you know.
Oh, I like that ward on the side. It's not going to be spotted.
Yeah, they need one more control ward to get all the control.
This is something you can do. They're going to commit 3 members to it, though. I think that SP can just run at the Baron immediately as they're pinging it. Ixu will die. No question there. But, I mean, this is the obvious response out of SP. The question is really, do they have enough damage to burst it down fast enough?
Oh, man.
And yes, I mean, it's a lot of poke coming in from the Aphelios. He's able to just chunk them out so much. He hits flawless again. But it is going to be the sticks being pulled out, and now all SP have to do is run for the hills. Try not to get caught by 5 members of Hanwha Life. Flash is going to come in, and everybody's going to be chased down here. Secret's coming in to try to save them, but he just ends up donating his life away. As Hanwha Life are going to pick up so many kills on the back of that. And only Volibear will survive with the Baron.
Finally, they made the timing, and that was starting from both sides. Great usage of Shen support hands again. They cut out the Renekton on the side, and
Yeah.
after that, they knew they could defend it with even 2-man. I mean, 1 man did nothing.
Yeah.
By the way. Just 1 man defending Nashor. That was Viper's Aphelios, and that's why Aphelios is just so disgusting, you know? Like, so long range and so many AoEs.
Yeah.
That's just unbelievable.
I mean, he's like over the wall, and he's sniping you down consistently. I mean, you think about other champions that can do this, like maybe Jinx and Caitlyn, but Caitlyn wouldn't do as much damage at this point in the game. Jinx, does she have this amount of range? I don't think so. Like, you know, it's insane.
Yeah. Even though they got Nashor, it feels like everything is smiling towards Hanwha.
Oh, SP, they're angry. And Mickey did, in fact, look pretty angry on the camera the last time we saw him, and Miru's going to get away. Look at Dudu trying to get in there 1v5. And it will be the pick-off onto 1 member. All 5 members of SP really wanted blood.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I like it. And Kalista got the 3rd item, which is Death Dance. He's gonna make it a little bit harder for Hanwha Life right now because there's only 1 healing reduction item for a Viper. So if they lose 1 team fight at the inhibitor side, then most likely Kalista is gonna survive and they can actually end the game, and they have 45 seconds to do this.
Yeah. See how much they can chunk out of the base right now. They're going to go here, take down the inhibitor. And they will move back. They still have the Baron on the Volibear for about 30 seconds, but they don't want to overstep their boundaries and give away an Ocean Drake because they die or something like that. So they'll take the little win, go from there, try to fight over the next Ocean Drake.
And even though they got Nashor, everything just fell out.
Wait,
Nothing special.
Oh, I guess we stopped it short. But, yeah, here it is again.
Yeah. Nothing special. But yeah, I thought maybe they could try to finish the game because Leona had the flash. But yeah.
They both walked over the control ward?
Wait, what?
They both walked over it.
Rookie players, man.
Yeah, I think it must be.
I mean, don't be too hard on them. They are 2 rookie players.
Yeah, I guess so.
Still, it feels bad.
And now we've swapped sides. Okay, so SP's going to the red team, and Hanwha's going to the blue team. And SP say, yeah, take the Drake, we don't care. We're just going to get more gold. Notice what Hanwha Life are doing, though. They identify the situation. They're going to put 2 members here onto the Drake, and the rest of them will go back and defend.
Oh, okay. If they die here, it's one of the disaster. Before they come, yeah?
Oh, okay. Trying to get on in there. But it is Lehens, of course, on the Shen, just denying a lot out of that TF as, oh, we're just 7 screens away. Gonna do a nice amount of damage, but it pushes them back. It's only the turret that goes down and not the inhibitor.
Yeah, but still they have great potential to have some expect a moment here. Because they got the inhib turret on the top side and actual inhib on the bot side. So even though it feels like Hanwha already got the lead and there's no way they're gonna lose team fight, the backdoor potential is still existing, so they should be shaking still.
For sure. And why does he still not have boots? I don't understand why Camille is not buying boots. He made 3 items before boots. And I think this is why the zoom in is happening. Okay, he bought boots. Just the brown bags. And that's very interesting build. We don't see that too often, I don't believe, here in the LCK.
And because you really want to win 1v1 on the side, you know? So that's why you're rushing items. That's all. But I don't think any other LCK top laners are gonna do that because you want to make proactive plays in the game.
I think they just build Ninja Tabi or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, handle the Renekton a little bit better. Just, you know, focus only on the 1v1. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe because he fell a little bit behind early on in the game, he just decided he was going to skip it and try to rush out some items. Definitely a little bit different. And Hanwha say, well, 2 can play at that game. We can split push 2. And they're going to literally send 2 people into the side lane and then just back.
And yeah, they are looking for 5v5 here.
Okay.
TP.
Oh, the route into the lockdown. Hybrid is solo, and into the back goes Dudu. Assassinates that Kalista immediately. And look at Viper. There is no hope of getting on top of him with the stand united. This should be a 5-for-0 in favor of Hanwha Life, as Ixu's just trying to delay. That hook shot was a little bit ridiculous. And yeah, he's just going to delay as much time as possible. But Hanwha Life with a very big win. That's okay. Yeah. Dudu 0 for 2. Okay, finally he hits 1 and picks up the kill.
I don't think they can end the game, but they can have Nasher, and it erased the potential of the backdoor, and also, yeah, I mean, teamfight is impossible. That was great engaged by Lehans as well. And there's no way SP is gonna win the teamfight at this point with that team comp. And I really think they just need to dodge the fights and just look for backdoors, you know?
Yeah. Why are you 5v5ing Hanwha Life at this point? I don't...
And TF was also just really pushing top, and no one was showing on the bot side, so they should know that they were looking for the fight. But yeah, anyways, Hanwha Life, they knew that they do not lose 5v5 at this point, so they're just forcing it, and it's kind of first time to see the proper team fight engaging by
that was pretty clean, actually.
Because,
you know,
last time when Juve engaged on mid lane with that huge amount of advantage that they got all the game, that was horrible. One of the worst engaged by the team, you know. So
maybe it's a little bit of a lack of confidence in the tools they have, but Lehans is going to get the job done. That's part of the reason why you're never really bothered by him playing Shen. I feel like he's had a massive impact on this game so far. You think about all the top Stand Uniteds and the engage right there, alongside of just generally a good play. As now they're going to look for the pick onto Volibear. Going to throw Lehans forward, but... Oh, the re-engage coming in.
Yeah, K-Ram here. K-Ram going on.
Get in there, Mickey. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to land. Okay, that's going to be denied. Shen getting so much value against this TF, as you mentioned, before the game even started.
And also the reason why they are trying ARAM here is because they are scared of getting caught on side, because 2 rookie players are not that great in the side lane. And here we go. There is Ocean Soul.
Okay, Lehans gonna throw down the dodge circle. They're trying to hard engage here. That is a lot of lockdown, but Viper's in the back line just shelling out the damage. And Hybrid can't quite do the same, as it should be another heavy win here to Hanwha Life. Hybrid and Mickey still on the run. As, okay, gonna be spotted here, and it should be another clean ace, you would imagine. Haru's gotta be careful. He's gonna be slowed down, and actually he might die. It's okay, he's gonna flash, he's okay. He's just denying the back. That's all he's gotta do. He's doing the right thing. And Hanwha Life should win the game.
This is potential. Their first win of the series for Hanwha Life Esports. Finally!
Hybrid, he's so angry. He doesn't even get the kill. And Hanwha Life win their first series. We enter round 2, and they start off with the win. Well, actually, they did lose to Hanwha Life, or rather to DRX, the first one. But let's not take anything away from them, as they do finally pick up a victory.
Yeah,
actually, I was reading that wrong. That was the last match of round 1. So actually, this was their first win, and it was the first match of round 2. So congrats to them.
Yeah, and we still cannot say that like they have great performance and yeah.
Viper, he's like, no, get these cameras out of my face. Like, you kidding me?
I think camera was like, hey, do some performance you want, and like,
Yeah.
Are you serious with this performance? Nah, get away from me.
Yeah, I mean, Viper is that kind of player, and that. I mean, Lahens gave us a thumbs up, right? There's that, and there's some hugs being exchanged, right?
Look at the atmosphere difference. You know, those two veteran players are just so mad and sad, even though they won, and those rookie players are like, ha ha ha, yeah, we won, guys.
Yeah,
we are so happy.
I mean, you know, I mean, it's their first. It's like Dudu's first time winning on stage, right? You gotta hand it to him.
I mean, win is win.
Yes.
So they can be happy, but it's just like Viper is so mad.
Yeah. I don't blame Viper either for the way he reacts. He's got a little smile on his face. You know, he's like, God damn it, we finally won. It's kind of like that kind of atmosphere for him. He's like, you know, it's a good thing. We got to win under a belt. Okay, but we still, you know, we kind of suck.
Yeah.
Let's try to pick it up from here. Maybe we can get something going. Either way, it is definitely a good start for them here in round 2. We'll have to see how they do up against some of the better teams, because SeolHaeOne Prince, they looked good in game 1, I suppose, but then after that, things kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, SeolHaeOne that we know from Spring Split is gone.
Yeah.
It's totally gone. They have no team color, they have no concept, they have no player who is popping off. Especially from their top lane, is horrible.
Yeah.
Getting solo kills so many times and playing weird champion, it's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
I mean, it's just not allowed, you know? Just
true.
Getting solo kill and multiple times, game 1 and game 2, both times. Maybe game 3 he was just playing decent, but
Yeah.
he ruined all the players, I mean the plays that they were planned for. So I'm not like, I cannot be positive for this situation.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, right? Like, you kind of lose your played weird champions card when you die that many times, right? So I do agree, and I think you should just be forced to play somewhat normal stuff. The Renekton looked okay, I mean, at least early on in the game, but as the game did go along, of course, he loses his power, and all 3 games win the distance. I mean, all 3 of them went above 30 minutes.
True.
So
maybe this game was a bit rough because there was a support champ and Silas just coming with TF's ulti, you know? So maybe this game was a bit rough.
yeah,
But yeah, the game 1 and game 2 was horrible. And the game 3, maybe draft was kind of forced. I was kind of expecting the Ezreal pick from the 3rd, because they can have Bolívar and TF for the early game and Ezreal for the late game potential, you know? But they picked Kalista and they did nothing on the bot lane, right? They had Kalista Leona, but they had this farming situation while Shen was roaming 24/7 for the top side. And Aphelios was just farming happily.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, although SP had some failures, of course, in the series, at least Hanwha were able to play their composition pretty nicely. The Camille got a little bit behind early, but after that, it was much better played by Hanwha in game 3.
Yeah.
앞라인부터 봐. 나
Front lane. Front lane.
칼리스타.
Kalista.
이겼어.
Front lane.
오케이.
Actually, you know what? When you have strong AD carry in your team, you always scream front lane.
Yeah.
Front lane, guys! Only focus on front lane. That's the target that your AD carry can hit, you know?
Yeah.
오케이.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Especially for Aphelios. He likes people in his face.
안
So
죽어 안 죽어 안 죽어.
Yeah, I mean,
targets that he can easily hit, right?
I mean that's from my experience too, you know?
Yeah.
When I played with Viper, I always call front lane, sword, front lane.
Yeah.
Everyone, please, you call front lane. Because you have Viper, you know?
야, 비었습니다 이제. 우리가 이겼다. 야, 비었어. 야, 9연승이다.
Wow, they reached a new octave there. Yeah, they're just screaming, we won, we won.
Yeah,
Right?
Lee Hans was like, yeah, guys, you have 2 games of winning streak for now. Oh, let's go, hard alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they are positive. And after that, Lee Han just went to deeply dark phase, by the way.
After that one, he's like, now we accept reality. We have a lot of strong teams to face to try to come back from this.
I mean, I think he does that because of the rookies that he had and the team atmosphere, you know? He cannot be like, guys, we won, but we are really bad, you know?
Yeah. You can't do that when you're winning the game as well. You know, like you're not going to be hitting the Nexus and you're not going to be like, oh man, we sucked today. You know, like imagine how much that would kill the morale.
Yeah.
So.
And the confidence boost for the rookie players, you know? It's needed. And they deserve it.
They do. Hanwha did win a series. It happened. And Lahens is going to be picking up the player of the game here. It was 11 out of 12 again. So, okay, so
one top laner.
Dudu got a vote.
That's not me, by the way, guys.
It's probably Jonas Strong. I mean, I don't even...
Or one of the observer.
Yeah. Because I don't really understand that. But...
I guess he played the counter matchup really well. Wow.
I suppose. Ogres. This is like, we had 3 11 out of 12 votes in a row. I think this is the most obvious 12 out of 12 out of the 3. I don't know what you think, but I mean, Lahens was the person all over the map doing everything, right? Like, wow, Dudu got a flank after the fight was already won by Lahens. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's hard not to mauled over that.
I think LCK production team has to add one more vote from fans, you know, like LEC.
Yeah.
Like Twitter fans or
should,
something.
yeah.
That would be really fun, you know?
Yeah.
Then they can finally blame people to not voting that well.
True. That makes sense. I mean, I guess it's because we don't have enough time, but either way, I'm going to hand it over to Brian to translate the interview.
먼저 소감 말씀 부탁드릴까요?
All right, tell us what you think about your win.
끊어서 너무 좋고요.
We were very glad that we were able to unchain the 9-match losing streak. We'll make sure we get the dub for the next series as well.
뭐 이번에
Or
시즌이라
Dudu?
잘 모르겠지만 연패를 끊어서
I'm unsure because I'm a rookie, but it's definitely good to get a win after
오늘 약간 그 인터뷰를
consecutive chain of losing streak.
준비를 하잖아요. 나도 POG
Rookies usually prep for
그런
the
생각은
post-game
없었는데
interviews.
연패를 끊는 게 가장 중요했어요.
I didn't really mind about that. All I had in mind was unchaining that losing streak, and everything went well today. Everything wasn't easy at all, especially when you guys were on losing streak. It must have been a very trying time, considering a lot of people had expectations to you guys. What are your takes on that? As we were compiling losses after losses, we were losing our confidence, and then we weren't on the same page throughout the entirety of that losing streak. So we try to brush off our mistakes and then try to polish our strengths.
두두 선수가 잘 알 겁니다.
아 그렇군요. 아 두두가 가장 목을 받았군요.
You received some orders from the coaching staff?
아 뭐가 있었냐면
Could you please reiterate it? There must have been some feedbacks going on amongst the coaching staff to you guys. What were some of the comments that were given to you? We're very confident in our skill sets, so as long as we get our teamwork on the same page, then we should be fine. Just for clarification purposes, Dudu usually chews gum to relieve pressure and nervousness. So.
엄청난 강점이 있잖아요. 무력의 두두인데.
Right, Dudu, you're known for your strengths in laning phases. There were a lot of unorthodox picks from Iksu, such as Laoi and Cho'Gath. What was your take on it?
많이 연습했었거든요.
I practiced Mordekaiser a lot to counter Illaoi because I knew he was going to pull it out of his sleep
맞아요.
at least
좋은
once.
장면은 나왔는데.
그런데 졌거든요.
But you ended up getting an L in that. I think that's because of the limits of Mordekaiser as a champion.
돌리진 않네요. 일단 네. 그럼 이 경기는 어땠어요? 착지 초가스
Robot
나왔었는데.
Game 2,
요거도
the
예상했어요.
Grasp Cho'Gath. Did you expect that? No, not at all. The laning phase pre-6 was very difficult, but once you get 6 on Wukong, there is an opportunity to exploit for a solo kill, and I exploited that perfectly. It's a very impressive moment. There were also a lot of comments about Braum using the shield breaker very proactively. Were there moments that you took the charge forward to lead the team, or what was going on there? Not only it's about the play calls, but wanted to be at the frontier line and then try to initiate team fights.
물량 7,000 브라움이 나온 게 아니죠.
And I think that's why we had the 7k damage dealt Braum
그렇죠.
in one of the games.
예, 이어서 리엔지 선수에게 질문 하나 드리자면
Another question for you, Lian.
본인만 쓰거든요.
You're the only one who uses Shen support solely, and you were able to receive POG in Game 3. Although there may be a lot of conditions in the use of Shen.
어떤 생각을 하셨는지.
What was your take on it based on the opponent's team comps and so forth? While using it, I thought that this may be inconceivable, this may not apply.
서포트 같은 경우에는 거의 바텀에서만 싸우니까
And usually
탑을 보면 또
supports
심심하잖아요.
fight only in bot lane in the
바이퍼 버리고
early phase.
잘 크니까
And
것 같습니다.
I just abandoned Viper and then get some assists or kills in other lanes such as the top lane. And I would be able to develop myself better. So that was my intent. Must be because you trust the Viper very much.
이제야 물어볼 수 있다. 그러게요.
Now we can finally ask,
이제 경기를 펼쳤거든요. 어떻습니까 이번?
how do you feel about reuniting with Viper? I think I'm doing just fine. However, Viper's performance has dipped compared to that of last year. So,
열심히 해라. 지금 잘 때냐?
any comments to Viper? Hey, wake up! It ain't time to sleep. You gotta grind.
그럼 두두 선수 또 이제 카메 플레이 하실 때
Dudu?
처음에 좀 힘들었었는데 나중에 되게 잘
Initially, it was very arduous for you
하셨는데
when you were using Camille in
굉장히
Game 3.
일부러 좀 늦게 잡으신 게 맞는 거죠?
Did you intentionally delay your boots timing, or
원래
what was
방어
it?
신발에 비스킷
No?
눈에 드는데 저 레넥톤이 카메 상대로 좋잖아요.
I get the magical footwear along with a biscuit. However, against Renekton, Camille has a very hard time.
라인전을 땡기려고 했는데 신발이 없는 거는 민수 형이 말해줘서 알았어요.
I was trying to pull the lane as much as possible. However, I realized once that I had no boots because Haru told me so.
치명적인 실수가 드러났던 장면에 관해서도 좀 얘기를 들어보고 싶어요.
I want to hear about one of the critical mistakes that was made by you guys.
존재를 모르고
At
본인들이
the
그냥
bot
둘 다
lane.
내려갔다가 그 두두가 잡히는 장면이 나왔었거든요.
There was a moment where Dudu was killed
네.
heading towards the bot lane without knowing the presence of the vision ward there.
몰랐던 것 같아요.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't recall it at all.
네? 그냥 몰랐구나. 예.
Well, I guess since you guys ended up getting the dub, so I guess it doesn't matter.
그 선택을 했었을 때 하나생명이 좀 강하다는 느낌을 좀 받을 때가 있어요.
Right, HLE seems very strong when you guys pick Galio or Wukong, and you were able to get 4 solo kills throughout the entire series. Aren't you satisfied with your performance? Definitely, I am satisfied with my own performance. Do you think you can keep it up?
유지해보도록 하겠습니다.
I'll try to maintain it for the next series as well.
팀 내에서는 어떻게 평가하고 있어요, 리엔 선수?
Alright, the fans
대해서
consider you very highly of you. How about you, Lihan? I like Dudu a lot.
잘하고 좋아합니다.
He's a very proficient player, and I like him a lot. There were moments where the outcome of the games weren't very clear, and there have been a lot of insecurities for you guys because you guys weren't able to get a lot of victories. How do you feel? No, we lost a lot of winnable games.
골을 계속 서로 도와줬던 것 같아요.
We try to help each other with the play calls and try to polish our play calls and the executions. Right, the round 2 is getting real. And you guys are off to a breezy start, getting the dub here.
이런 느낌을 좀 보여주겠다는 마음이 있을 것 같은데 그 말씀을 먼저 한번 들어볼까요?
I want to hear about your role model and your thoughts on it. My role model is the Shy. I really want to shut down my opposing counterparts with full throttle power. So that's what I intend to do. So in the future, maybe we can call him Dushai. Lee Hans. A lot of fans had high expectations of you. Your resolution to the fans on how you guys going to get through round 2. Know that a lot of the fans are disappointed due to our consistent losses, but we'll try to polish our skills and get as many dubs as possible in the future series. Alright, we're looking forward to your future series, and congratulations once again. That'll be it for the interview.
Thank you, Brian, as always, for the wonderful translation, and thank you, Dushai and Lehens for their interview. As good to finally hear from them. Lehens is always fun to talk to because he has a very boisterous personality, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
As wow, they win and they stay in 10th, but it is one step in the right direction.
Yeah, nothing changed, but there's no how do I say, like zero wins team. So
Yeah,
at least yeah.
true. We've avoided that. We don't have Janair 0-18 streak this time around. And yeah, pretty nice that everybody's at least picked up a win here in the LCK for Summer 2020. But that does it for the first series. We're done with this one. It was a fun match of the week, of course. And now we are getting into team dynamics up against DRX, which should be a little bit more feisty, let's say. I would imagine those two teams will be wanting to fight quite a bit. But we'll see you guys in about 30 minutes for that next matchup.